Hello, I'm Johnny Cash.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Vinyl Bites, where I will take a random record from my collection and talk about it in a bite-sized video. This week we're talking about Johnny Cash live at Folsom Prison. I'm not really a Johnny Cash die-hard fan, but I do really enjoy this record. The original album was released in 1968. This particular version is an expanded version, or like a deluxe edition. I don't believe it actually has any real collector's value. It's just one of many albums that were repressed onto a colored vinyl by Sony. This particular edition is this bright yellow. Like I said, I'm not like a die-hard Johnny Cash fan, but what I find really fun about this album is just the way that Johnny Cash interacts with the crowd, which happen to be inmates from Folsom Prison. The album, in my opinion, really captures this sort of a rowdy essence. Like, I can really picture just by the sounds of the crowd that these are people that don't just go to concerts like you and I would. You can really tell that this is a really unique and special moment for them. Although Johnny Cash has decades worth of material, you know, I think if you just want to dip your toe in, listening to this album, you really can understand his essence. As a sort of a country and folk and blues record, the whole experience kind of blurs into one for me. I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. I mean, I'm the kind of person that isn't really interested in just listening to individual tracks. I do want to take in the entire experience. Though the music itself I think is really great. It's not the music exclusively that you're going to want to be checking this album out for. It's the music in combination with Johnny Cash and the way that he interacts with this crowd. The way that he sort of treats these people who have committed crimes as human beings, and he treats them with a lot of respect. And that element of the album is what I find so personally engaging. You can see here, awesome gatefold with all of the inmates. Comes with a booklet as well. Yeah, you can see like in this image, for example, Johnny Cash shaking hands there with one of the inmates, and that sort of just goes to, that sort of shows what I was talking about before, that, you know, he really gets down to earth and treats these people with a lot of respect. You know, it doesn't really feel like Johnny Cash is performing to a group of fans. It's through the music and the performance that he's really just trying to establish a connection, you know, between the musicians and the audience. It's a really one-of-a-kind live album, and I highly recommend it if you're interested in checking out Johnny Cash. If I had to rate this out of 10, I'd probably give it a strong 8. That's all I really want to say about this album. Check it out. I'll see you in the next episode.
I hear the train a-comin', it's rollin' around a bend, and I ain't seen